Ching! Or kick assets. Hallelujah. There we go. I gotta have a good intro here. Wow. Look at that. That was Marcin when he was a baby. Isn't that cool? Ooh. Huh? Goo gaga. Goo gaga. Is that what the Polish say?
No, it's a joke about the inside.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Decent sized clean washroom. 3 beds for me and the 2 big boys. It's gonna be a fun snoring fest tonight, folks. Yeah. What kind of review do we get out here? Oh, a view of the roof. Okay. It is what it is. Nice. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this famous hotel called KICKASSETS Hotel. Just kidding. I didn't buy a hotel, guys. Just didn't want to disappoint you. My 16th property is a hotel.
I'm not simple, kapan.
Just kidding. Here we are today with, what's your name?
Martin?
Hello, Martin from Poland, right?
Yes, that's correct.
You've been my client. We had a good run, very successful. You did very well, way better than I expected. I'm happy for you, but I'm sure after they've seen all our videos on your progress of getting the houses.
Oh, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. This will come out after that video. This will be the bonus video. So anyhow, I just want to interview you on why you chose Japan and where I come into the process. Where is there any motivation for you or anything like? I don't know the levels of stages you went through to get to where you are now. I know my life to get to where I am, but I would like to hear yours. And you're a very smart guy and you're very well spoken. So I'm assuming the users would also love to hear your story. So take her away, Martin.
Okay, let's try to make it short, but let's begin from the...
Short for him means like 45 hours, not minutes.
Starting from the earliest time, it would be my childhood, little toddler. I mean, when I was a little guy, my dad always told me that the only moments when I was not making any noise and being silent was when he was putting on the Shogun on TV, because the TV series was currently aired, and then it was his solution. Later on he was looking for other Japanese movies and it was always perfect. So my dad was almost sure that whole of my life is already broken because I will be always Japanese oriented or something like that, which pretty much turned out later that it's true. Of course, I had some period with anime, but it's not the main part which interested me. I was more interested in culture, and if you are interested in Japanese culture, in most cases, without visiting here and being young, you will sooner or later lay into the pop culture. Anyway, when I was a little bit older and started university, I tried to prepared myself to work in a Japanese embassy, or rather Polish embassy in Japan, which partially work out. I mean, I get an education that would let me do so, but I was not ready to be involved into politics to get the clerk or the office job, which is pretty funny because you would expect that administrative position wouldn't be connected with such things. And luckily somebody told me about a special university topic, which was Asian studies. So I learned not only about Japan that I loved, but also the China, Korea and so on. In the result, at some point somebody noticed that, oh, you are especially good with religions. and I started to learn about Japanese religion. I already conducted some research myself, and when I visited the religious department, they noticed that there is nobody on the university who know about Japanese religion more than me. So when being a student, not even a teacher, I was teaching my friends and other students. That was pretty much my story. I wanted to visit Japan all my life. The first time it was possible thanks to my friends and my parents when I was 30. So pretty late, about 10 years later than I expected. I wanted to visit during studying time, but at that point there was not such a thing like a student visa, which is pretty beautiful idea for everyone who are young now and want to come from any European university. As I mentioned, one of the degrees I have got from university was a degree in Japanese culture, especially some monuments, some museums and shrines in Kyoto. So I was pretty much learn how to be a guide there. So I had a dream, an idea to open a little local touristic bureau office which will provide you with travels into areas that are less commonly known, outside of beaten road, outside of the standard areas, and that was my small dream. And then when I was going to finally do something to do it, working myself in corpo for 7 years and thinking that one day I would like to be owner of small local tourism activities around some local area in Japan, maybe northern Japan, maybe some Ainu area, maybe some southern parts. Then the COVID hit. And my dream pretty much died because everyone was already making a X sign and putting the stamps that they are already dead when we were thinking about tourism at all, because most of people started to imagine that touristic branch will never recover, and it was true for some point, and we are currently having some problems, but it was lucky sign. You asked me, Colin, why I wanted, what happened that made me dream about once again about having a house in Japan. It is a unique program that I found in a specific place in Japan, which was connected with my university research. When I was PhD, I was researching Japanese folklore, Japanese myths, and one of the most important areas I was focused was onis, which are sometimes positive, sometimes negative entities in Japanese mythology. They have been something that is even earlier than yokai and ayakashi. First was oni, then was ayakashi, then we had a kai and yokai. And luckily, I found that area which I have been putting my PhD topic and my research around is looking for people who are going to open guest houses and help with tourism development. And I thought, oh, it's like sign from heaven that maybe my last chance to do what I wanted, what I dreamed about. At that point, I was already researching Akiya for some time, but I had not enough knowledge, practice knowledge, how to approach the topic. I knew what are the disadvantages, what are advantages. I knew that it's really hard, but at the point of 2019, at the point of 2023, I was thinking that, okay, there are no new Akiya bank programs, so it will be easy. So it's easy in the matter that there are, the government is opening, they are helpful, prefecture people are helpful, and they will let me get my dream house in Japan, even if I don't get the visa at the beginning. And my expectation faced wall. I hit wall running full speed and hit my face into the wall straight there. And discovered that it's not so easy. They are not really actively trying to help foreigners, and I found out myself that I can't do it myself. Luckily, I found Colin's channel. I mean, I found some video that let me think that, oh, I understand this guy. This guy looks and thinks like me. This guy has an approach I would take when trying to buy a house. He is thinking positively about real estate market in Japan, and he knew and can discover the beauty in even older houses. So I wanted to work with him. I wanted to learn from him, get familiar and get knowledge about the topic. That's why I took a course which Colin provided, which I personally advise everybody who are interested in this topic to take over.
What course is that?
Your course about...
Oh, the boot camp you mean?
The boot camp.
Oh, that? Okay, yeah.
Which is perfect if you want to have
the base knowledge.
Basic and a little bit deeper knowledge.
Yeah, well, it's over 10 hours, the course, so...
it's over 10 hours, of which at least 8 hours are really, really deep into the topic, with calculations, with expertise and teaching how to do that, what to avoid, how is it working, what are the calculations you need to consider. And also some skills that some people are really having problems, which is researching the properties. As you already know, looking in Akiya banks most of the times will be disappointment. I mean, there will be many interesting properties, some of them really fine, but there will be always problematic and really overgrown procedures that will stand in your way of getting your house if you are looking for a house. And secondly, which I consider the biggest problem, is the fact that coming here without knowing not only Japanese but also the practical Japanese related to estate, and which you can, some basics you can learn in a bootcamp, but without having experience with real estate agents in Japan and with the government here, you will face terrible problems trying to get yourself basis to start your life or your dream in Japan. That's why, in my opinion, Colin is offering you something that is dispensable. It's something that you can replace in any way. And we have a perfect break in my self-monologue, which is free, a little bit drunk.
Welcome to the reality of Japan, my friends. Drunk Japanese. Oh, sure. As we're in the middle of our interview, three drunk men are going to interrupt. Wonderful. Don't lose your train of thought.
Oh, I already lost it. I'm going to karaoke with this guy.
All right. See you later.
See you later.
Just kidding. Okay, continue on.
I mean, I feel inspired with the fact that you consider not only Japan as a really promising real estate market, because many people from abroad are thinking that Japan is terrible because there are always natural disasters. And yeah, that's true that there are natural disasters, and some of them are harsh. Some of them are even worse than in any other part of the world. but they are always appearing in some areas that are overly and commonly known. So if you want a safe spot, there are some safe spots in Japan. Some of them are exclusively safe. Nothing happens there, not even earthquakes.
Yeah, nothing major.
But you have nothing. I mean, if you choose compromises and you don't bother with the fact you will be living some part of your year under snow, then choosing, for example, Hokkaido is a perfect place because there is almost no earthquakes.
Yeah.
There is no danger for your property.
Just snow.
But there is snow. If you don't care and if you live in a country where snow is at least 3 months a year, then it's great. It's nothing changed for you except of the fact that you will be having a really cheap house. And another part that inspired me is the fact that you made it sound and let me think that it's actually possible. If I get your help, then there is a chance that I will be having my house. And after having my house, I will be fulfilling my dream. So that was obvious choice. I have to hit this thing.
You had to hit.
I had to hit this thing. I have to hit this nail and finish the deed. And in this case, I had to kick assets. And as you know,
This guy thinks like I do. That's hilarious. That's exactly what you're gonna do.
I mean, I'm pretty big guy, and I have spent some time on a soccer field. So if you not soccer, because I'm not soccer. But as you know, as big guy like me can kick.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much ready to kick assets.
Yeah, plural. You really kicked assets this time.
Yeah, I kick once and hit two, and he hit two.
2 assets with 1 stone. 2 assets with 1 kick. I like that.
It was like hitting two barrels.
Yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone. Like it's a miracle. It hit the expectations way more than you imagined, right?
Yeah.
Like from the start of your trip and what you ended up with now, you must be like, how do you feel? Are you confused or are you like, whoa?
I mean,
shocked?
I'm still in the process of trying to comprehend what happened.
Yeah.
What is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, when I will finally have and be in my house.
Yeah.
My house in Japan.
No. My houses.
I should say my houses, but I am trying to still feel myself in the shoes of owning one house.
Yeah.
And a hill, a part of mountain, which is connected with my PhD studies, which is ridiculous.
Isn't that crazy?
And if you add to it that I have a second house, which will be a guest house, it's like...
Your topic was all on that, including the mountain, and yet somehow one of the properties you buy is including a mountain. It goes back to the signs I always keep saying to you.
If we are talking about my personal small dream, which is not connected with having a work, having some living activities and so on, but simple dream that I have sometimes dreamed about, not only imagine that, but essentially dream about, it was having a Japanese house with the wooden covers, rooftops, which would be a traditional type of house with veranda. When I will open the doors, sit on this veranda, and have green hills on the countryside, and I will be sitting at this veranda with my dogs and looking straight on these mountains, and just feeling this place is the proper place. And I can't really believe yet the fact that I not only have my veranda where I will be able to sit and look at these mountains with my dogs. I have a garden that will appear there for them and for me, but I also have a mountain which I will be looking at.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? You actually got a mountain with one of your properties. That's insane. And you could have also had a rice field too if you wanted as well. But unfortunately, it's harder to get that in Japan. But they accepted you for the mountain. I was surprised by that. It's just perfect for your size too. You're a big guy, so you got a mountain with yourself. It's perfect. Kaiju mountain, I call it, you know.
First thing I will be doing,
Yeah.
it will be taking my German Shepherd and my Akita into this mountain, looking for some old trails and maybe some old left shrine.
It's exciting.
If there is such one,
Get exciting.
I will probably take care of restoring it, probably something like that. I can't really believe what's happening yet.
Yes.
But it's
pretty amazing.
I'm trying to live my dream. I decided that I don't want to be NPC in my own life.
Want to be NPC, perfect way to say it.
I want to be a main character, not in the world. I want to be main character in my own life.
Yes, that's the way.
That's be the one who is watching my life pass.
That's how I live my life. Window. It's perfect, man. What you're doing here. Are you? Sorry.
That's pretty much what you are doing, and that's, if you are looking for something that inspired me, it's probably the fact that you can live how you want without doing things that are either morally incorrect or against your own heart,
or just following the sheep in the world and doing what everybody else does and agreeing along with it because that's what they've been told to or whatever. I've been unorthodox, and B, whenever I sense something I don't feel like it's right, I don't do it. So I'm not afraid to say no. I'm not doing that way because I don't like that. I get said you have to be certain ways. And now that I'm successful in my life and I've had money the last many years, people are like, you should do this, you should have this. And I'm like, no, I don't need that. I don't need a brand new car or all these different things in my life. I'm happy as I am, you know.
Exactly.
And I don't fall for the pressure of that. I don't cave.
The biggest probably challenge is to understand that the happiness is even happiness in having something is not happiness of having things that other people told you that you have to need you need to have, and it's not about having the things that are expected by others or are famous that you have. It's about being happy with what you have,
right?
Which is close to you and is really important.
You get that.
So if you get something which is garbage to others, but is close to your heart, and if you are able to be happy with that, then.
How do you get that? I got a couple of friends, mainly one friend who barks on me all the time, saying I need this, and I have to live a specific way, and I keep telling him, no, I'm already happy like this.
It took me about 1.5 years of self-reconstruction and rethinking.
Reflection it's called.
Also reflection, but it was more like reconstruction because you have to rearrange some parts of yourself and the methods how you think about it after I have been released, how they should say,
from the pressure
from corporation when I decided to not do something which was morally questionable for me.
I do feel the pressure what those people say, but I don't cave to them. At the end of the day, I don't want to. So what do you have to say to those kind of people that tell me to do that or tell you to do that?
To do something which is incorrect morally, or something that, or telling me how I supposed to live.
Yeah, that one.
I mean, you are free to go. People live like you like. But it's not my life. I don't want to be a part of this type of life.
Personally, as a human, I'm going to grow as a human, but I'm not going to just change because I have money. I want to keep the same down-to-earth attitude no matter how well I am in life.
I mean, I can be a Japanese farmer and eat my own carrots and rice
and be happy, right?
And be happy with it.
So you're very similar to me in that aspect of life, you know. I mean, obviously, I'm going to enjoy myself more and do things, but I'm not going to be pressured into being a way I don't want to be, you know. Like, I don't need a brand new house. I'm happy with what I have, you know. I love my man cave. I love my other house.
I'm buying a house which is much older than your standard listing because one of them is 60 or 70 years and another one is at least 40 years old.
But they're still good houses.
But one of them is in my opinion, beautiful. Needs only some.
They're both
little
unique and
tidying.
beautiful. They're both
And the
good.
second one is like the area around is like winning a lottery, especially from perspective of somebody who would like to have a guest and show them some parts of Japan. I think that if you consider the fact that when you visit my guest house, you will be sitting almost next to the Japanese castle. If you want, you can move about 2 minutes and be in some Japanese shrine, and, or go into the forest or visit a zoo.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. So, for people buying a house, do you think did my course did my course help you working with me? Did it make anything
Yes.
better?
I mean, it's prepare
The mind-
candidates and people who want to use Colin's help
Yeah.
to be able to reconsider and prepare themselves what to expect.
Yeah, and the
Because
mindset. Yeah.
Not only create your mindset, but also tell you and show you that some of the stories that you heard or listen in YouTube are complete. I would say there are stories that are less believable than the myths, because myths always have at least some percentage of true and history in them. But the stories that you hear on YouTube are simply words provided by people.
You could say Bolshinsky if you want.
I don't want to say that because I think that the best way to tell you guys that it is not only possible, but we are doing the proper way. The Colin is showing you the proper way how to approach this topic with the success you see. I have visited this country with probably one of the lowest budgets from all the Colin's clients, and I'm getting 2 houses. It is almost impossible, but we are not only doing that, we are successful in that. So, guys, think about it as not only.
Yeah, but I don't want the expectations to get up because you pulled off a miracle, man.
Yeah.
You came in expecting one place at a certain budget, and we got you. Not only we got you 2 places, but we got it cheaper than your budget.
I do agree that it's a miracle. I was expecting to get at least one house that I will have to work hard to get it to great shape. But I want to just show that you shouldn't listen to people that show you like it said, beautiful car for only $2 and it's easy and now and go and you have it, and show you some promises and treasures that are unreachable because they don't tell you about all the negative informations from the listening that showing that you cannot get them, that hide things about them. But just see that even the guy from Eastern Europe, because we would like to think about ourselves as Central Europe, but economically looking, we are the Eastern Europe, is able to pull out the house in Japan. So that's possible. Try it if you want it. If it's your way to have a first house or even any house, you can think about it. Just think about what you can compromise on. And secondly, the most important thing, don't expect to get the treasures empty-handed and for nothing or scraps. You have to be either lucky or really know what compromises you are doing, how big they are, and what you can expect. With low budget, don't look in the big cities, especially like, for example, Yokohama and Tokyo, because it's impossible to get there with the low budget. But think about the places that are around them, that you can reach them, that are interesting. There are many beautiful places in Japan. And if you like snow, think about Tohoku. Tohoku is
very
full
cheap.
of the interesting places.
Very cheap up there too.
Yeah.
If you're willing to sacrifice on some parts of your life, yeah, you can do that. It's when people want to check every single box to be accurate that's when it gets tough, you know, obviously, because everybody wants the perfect place for dirt cheap. It doesn't work like that.
I mean, I choose province intentionally.
Yeah.
I wanted to live on a province.
Yeah,
in
you're
Japan,
lucky.
And I wanted to have a village life almost. And I'm
Yeah.
getting the best of my life because I'm getting a small city with all the city amenities with the bonus of feeling of village like in countryside and in Aka, which is great.
Okay.
But I'm just lucky because I done really hard work based on workshop from Colin,
Okay.
bootcamp, and also my own previous research. Do your own thing. If you cannot do it yourself, ask for help. Write to Colin and tell him what you are looking for, and just think about it before you contact him. Because saying that you have, for example, $2,000 and want to grab the property is simply wasting your own time.
It's ridiculous.
Because you won't be doing anything.
Yeah.
But
Plus, I'm already nitpicking on the people I have. I have a lot of people that don't want to work with me, and I have to choose the right people who I'd love to see in Japan. So they have to come in with the right attitude. You know,
Exactly.
it's not easy to be exact on people, but I have a good sense. You can tell. You know,
Exactly.
and that's
But-
specific questions I ask in my questionnaire as well to see. I get a taste of people. You know.
I mean, we both want people visiting Japan to be not only seeing it as a tourist spot to visit and forget, like any other tourist spot. We want people who visit it to feel it at least.
Yes.
And maybe find the value. We found different values in Japan, but both of us want to share with people we met. Colin chose those as his clients, and I chose those who I want to guide around my perspective of Japan.
Yeah.
We show them different sides of Japan, but we are still presenting them some value and some uniqueness of this place. I want you, if you decide to use Colin help, to think what is Japan for you. Is it only opportunity to run out from the situation without house? It can be, but think if you can live here with how is it, with how Japan is working, and
Yes.
with different culture,
And what can you bring to Japan?
and what you can bring this community.
Yes.
Secondly, if it's something important to you already, rethink why. What are you expecting of Japan? And when you do that, you will be successful.
Man, Martin, you make me sound like a moron myself. You're pretty intelligent. Jeez, you're pretty good. I'm impressed. I don't get impressed easily, but you've impressed me.
I mean, I'm just starting. I want to be successful also, but I'm seeing that I'm on a proper track.
Well, those are
And
things
you
I can teach you, right?
And you are helping me so much that I know that I will be successful. It's
Yeah.
just the fact that I'm doing in 1 year
Yeah.
more than in last 10 years,
Yeah.
thinking about realizing my dreams,
Yeah.
shows that I'm finally in proper
Yeah.
place and on proper road.
Well, it's nice when you get to see somebody else doing it too, and it's not all just bullshitsky. You know, somebody's actually on that track of doing something. You're like, holy crap, because a lot of people just talk, but you never actually see them in motion, right? And then when you actually see this guy's actually driving, he's moving. Holy crap, you know.
Everybody wants a house in Arashiyama. Lol.
They want what?
Everybody wants a house in Arashiyama. I'm laughing from that because I know that some people get fascinated in Kyoto
Yeah.
and want to live there.
Yeah.
But please think about it a little bit. There
Yeah.
are so many beautiful places in Kyoto,
Mm-hmm.
itself in the city, that you don't need to be next to the overcrowded bamboo forest.
Yeah.
And otherwise, there are less known places next to Arashiyama which are more
Yeah.
interesting.
There's so many options.
And you can even move a little bit out of Kyoto and
Yeah.
found uniqueness of this area. Being 15 minutes from Kyoto or 20 minutes from Kyoto, decide for yourself.
Yes.
There are many options. You don't need to be the same like the others.
Yes,
Be
that's
yourself,
correct.
be unique.
Yourself. That's another topic for another video of telling about other parts of Japan. But I'm glad that it was effective on your life like that. So yeah, your end goal was to come here after all build up to get a house, and you ended up getting yourself 2 houses. Do you mind telling people again about your what you paid and stuff like that, and what your expectations were, and what you ended up doing, and how you were shocked by that.
My expectation was to close the contracts, one contract for one house, at least one house, one and only house to live in, and start doing something which will prepare this house to be a guest house for small tourist groups. I will be guiding in areas of some of Tamba, historical prefecture between Kyoto prefecture and Hyogo prefecture, and Tottori.
Okay.
And I was expecting that it's countryside, but I have to be in a specific place with, because of this program regulations I have mentioned before. So I have limited area, limited list of properties. I was expecting 3 million.
Okay, 3 million for one house was your goal.
Yes.
And we were gonna, and that's what we were approached. We looked at a few houses around that price, right?
Something between 2.5 to
4,
almost 5 million.
Yeah, 5 million was your max budget, right? Okay.
That was my top of the top budget that I could pull.
Okay, so because I remember you told me you'd like to get the place all in for 4 million at most, like, and I'm like, okay, I'll see what I can do, and I actually wanted to see what I could do privately so I could surprise you, because we had the bump in the road where you're like, you couldn't decide between two houses, and I said, okay, let's work some magic here, you know.
And so when we visited the houses together, and I have seen two houses, one with perfect location and various positive sides for a guest house, and second one which is just saying, which was just telling us, buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me, I'm ready to be bought, I'm just waiting for you to live in it.
Yes.
And the second one was almost obvious. Only someone completely stupid would
say no,
refuse and don't want to take it, especially with my expectation of the area and everything, and especially that this house has so many I would say surprises and presents covered for me. Every time, every corner, it was something. Wow, it's great. It's even better than I expected. Yes. Wow. It shocked you. It shocked you too. Colin,
yeah, of course.
Because he was expecting that.
I'm never surprised at any time anymore. But yeah, it did shock me because the outside. When I got inside, it was way better than the outside looked. From the pictures anyways. But anyhow, I mean, we talked about this in detail in another video.
Okay.
So to keep it simple in this one, just if people want more details, they can go watch the other video. But to keep it simple in this one, so what was the final results was, so basically your expectations were maximum 4 million, but?
Expectations was to hit
one house for?
About one house up to 4 million.
Yeah.
Then we decided to talk about maybe try to offer for two houses, and I was expecting that we will probably close them around 2 millions each, so 4 million or something like that, or maybe a little bit lucky, something around 3.5, and we close them both each for 1 million. So I get two houses for 2 million, which is absurd. Don't expect in the future that you will get the same so cheap, so easy, and Colin is the magical person that will give everybody house for 1 million. That's not how it works. But in this case,
I performed a miracle here.
I would say that Colin indeed was a magical creature and done a miracle. In one case, was the miracle was even higher and greater than you would expect, because can I say the discount?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Sure.
I mean, Colin was Colin was able to pull the deal from almost 3 million to 1 million in offer, and we get accepted. We won't tell you at this point how it's done. You have to work a little bit by yourself.
Yes, and you have to work with me. I can't give you all my magic tips.
Exactly.
You just realize
start with bootcamp.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as you see, I get the house accepted if 1/3 of the price, and the second one was pretty similar. So it's possible.
That one was how much? The second house was two and a half down to 1 million.
Yeah.
So we basically saved. We saved
more than we paid.
we saved 3.5 million yen. So not only did I get you double the houses you want, but we paid half the budget.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's the lucky number too.
I mean,
Three's my lucky number,
the
though.
third part,
yeah,
the free,
1/3 the price.
Your lucky free
Yeah.
is the fact that the discount you acquired
Yeah.
is almost the budget I prepared for a house. so it is a miracle.
Double the houses for half the price. Jeez, man, that's insane.
1/3 of the price.
Blows my mind. No, I mean, like, if both houses were
Yeah, both houses.
sorry, half your budget.
Yeah.
You were expecting to pay 4, but you paid half your budget at 2, and you got double the expected houses, which is 2. So that's 2. That's like some sort of miracle, man. That's why you're smiling from cheek to cheek.
That's why I'm saying that I still can't believe what we are pulling here.
Yeah, it is a shock for myself too. I don't know. Like I said, I try to work the magic, and it's not always guaranteed, and I don't want to push them away. It depends on how much you want a house, right? But yeah, the expectations, you never know. Sometimes you don't get anything off. Sometimes you get something off. Sometimes you get, a bunch off. I mean, I've had big properties who got nothing almost off, but they really wanted the property, so they took it as is. You got more discounts on those houses than some people who bought houses for $100,000, or $200,000. It's like, what is this? It's a joke. It's already dirt cheap.
That's true. That's true, and I'm a little shy to share the story and tell about it because I'm proud with your achievement, Colin, because it's more of your achievement. I did put much work into it because I really, really deeply dig out these houses from shady parts of internet to found them, but it will pay off.
Yeah, you did a good job yourself by providing for that list, and we went over the list together. So, but we went all over this in the other videos, so we don't want to bore people. If people want to see that information, we go into really good detail about what we did in that final.
So that's all what you will hear from me, or maybe you have any more question?
Me? Well, I really enjoyed this interview, and I'm sure people want to hear more from you. We can make this 4 hours very easily. We've done it before. Again, and I'm not firing you anymore, so we're good to go.
Great, you will not fire me.
Yes, it's great, but
it's because you are impressed with.
Yeah, I'm impressed, and maybe I'll hire you. I won't fire you. I'll hire you.
Shirasagi Joe.
Yeah, but I'm just we have to cut it here because this is about you and about the situation, how you got here. So yes, we can talk about other topics in other videos, but I really appreciate.
So catching.
It's last thing. You got this. Beautiful hotel for us.
Yeah, I was able to pull out a deal on that. That's one of my secret skills as a guide.
Yes.
I tend to get best accommodations for people who are traveling with me in the areas that I will not have a guest house, but you will want to visit them.
No, it's really nice.
Some of them are like this.
It's a beautiful hotel, and you got a great deal on it.
This one is 4-star in Himeji.
Yes.
It's next to the station, which is pretty fun.
How much did you pay for it? You want to tell?
It was really cheap for us because we pay for 3 people 13,000 yen.
Yes.
So it's about 4,000 yen per person.
Per person. 4,000 per person is a gorgeous hotel that has a Sento inside it too. It's cheaper than some of the other places we were staying in. They're dumps. Well, they're not dumps, but they're less.
This place looked marvelous.
Yeah.
As good as
well done.
Picture.
Well done. I'm impressed. So on that note, what would you like to say? KICKASSETS.
KICKASSETS and on tour. Kachin.
Thank you. All right. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Let's take a peek around here. The awesome hotel Marcin got us here for 135,000 yen. No.
No.
13,500 yen. My bad. 13,500 yen. 135 bucks for 3 people. It's got 9.0. That's the whole name of the hotel, just in case you want to come here. Gold Circle. I'll go to. It's even got a nice wish your luck tree here. Oh, go. Yeah. This is just the hallway, by the way. Or the hallway? The main entrance. Oh, this is Himeji Station, by the way. We're enjoying ourselves here. It's 1 a.m. All right, see y'all.